Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is a fresh new day. It's Wednesday, January 6th here. And today I am up green, which is good. Not by very much. I'm up $298. And I'll dive into my charts, my progression on how everything's going. And for those of you that are just tuning in for the first time, this is kind of my video log of me going, trading in the market every single day as a day trader, and to kind of see my progress or my fails, my all my success and all my failure. It's all in here. I show all my red days, and trust me, there's plenty of those. So make sure to subscribe and like the channel if you appreciate the honesty of what it's really like to be a day trader. And yeah, anyways, let's go through some of the trades today. This was my intraday balance, and today was quite frustrating. I overstayed my welcome. I traded way too much. I think I had like 166 trades. For me personally, that's way too much. I like to stay around like 50 trades max in a day, but today was just one of those days. It was an absolute grind, and that's why I was frustrating, because it was just like every trade I was making was really just not getting me anywhere. So let's look at the chart here with my intraday balance. I started the day red, horrible, down $152 on AIKI. Let's take a look at the chart real quick on that. Oh. AIKI. Now this one, since I traded so much, I actually don't remember where I got in here, but I think I can scroll back here. Yeah, I started trading at 934, so my first trade is at 934. Yeah, so I got in here kind of thinking it might break a, this was my deal here is, this chart here in pre-market, we hit some resistance at 160, then 157, and I should have known, but this is obviously, a good diagonal line here, and I knew that was kind of be a point of resistance, and yet I let FOMO get the best of me here, and what did I got in at 153, thinking that it looked like it was going to break that line there, and of course it didn't, and it hit that resistance and went the other way, and I got left holding it. So I dumped it, got rid of it, and took the loss, and that was kind of the essence to the day, and I grinded all the way throughout the day. So I won't go through the most of the other trades, but a lot of them were just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I was just sticking right around, I think, around a negative 120-ish, 130-ish dollars for such a long time, just trying to dig myself out of that. And I was able to finally dig out of it at some point right around the point I started trading NCTY. And I had a bunch of trades on that, which really helped me out and helped me get positive. So I got out of that hole and started building up and building up. And I really thought to myself, I was like, you know what? Now that I'm positive, even $19 at this point, I should just walk away. I've traded so much, and I hate to go negative again on this. And despite those feelings, I kept trading. And, I got so close to actually breaking my first rule. My rule for this week, and maybe this month as well, wrote it down, was if I go below $300, I'm going to give myself one more chance to make another trade to go green. And if I can get green and get back to digging back out, I'll continue trading. But if I go below the 300 max, and then I make one more trade and it's a red one, then I feel like I needed to cut the line and just kind of walk away for the day. And so today, I almost broke that rule, but I'm proud of myself because I was able to get past it. And I hit the rule. I went negative 328. Here I am. Let me backtrack. So I started building up from $19, $16, $40, 64, 85, 91, going in the right direction, right? And then boom, make a bad trade on NCTY. I think I was just, man, I was just frustrated. I was just trying to trade so much, and here I am. The trend goes right back down, and I start trading. Dig myself another hole. So I go from up 100, down 71, then down negative 138, then negative 328, and I said, shit. This is what I told myself. I have to walk away if I can't, you know, if I give myself one more trade and I do it, then I'll continue. But other than that, I'm gonna walk away. So I lucked out. I made a good trade, and I was able to get green. And so from there, I actually made some more progress on getting back out. Got all the way up to negative $84, which is good. Had another bad trade that took me down to negative 267. And then, I wasn't out of the game, so I kept trading, made a really good trade, took me up to negative 92. Did another one, negative 51, and then from there, boom, I just started making good trades, and there were only like three or four more trades left, and I got up to 298, and I told myself, you know what, I gotta get out of here. And I don't know what to think now because it's 2:56 right now. The market's gonna close in 4 minutes, and I told myself that I made my last trade at like 2:30, so 30 minutes left in the day. And look at this. The last couple trades were on UONE, and if you would look at UONE right now and go back and look at my last trade, I sold at 3 or 15.39. Okay, right. Yeah, right in here. Right in here around 7:43 is when I called it quits, and I was like, you know what? I gotta get out of here. And you see this? This is the daily chart. Here is, I always keep two charts up, by the way. I do my daily 1 minute chart right here on the left, and then on the right I show the yearly, and this really helps me find resistance of certain stocks. So I love this setup. I've always used this. That's a good tip if any of you out there are trading. Pull up two charts, one for the yearly and one for the minute that you're trading, and it'll help you see the resistance in the past. So I knew, a lot of times stocks will hit resistance from their previous big gaps up, and then they'll, that is a resistance point. And I find it's pretty true a lot of times. Now, of course, there's plenty of times when it can break its resistance. And I was looking at this one for UONE, and $7.78 was the past resistance, or $7.80 was the past resistance. So I knew, hey, things are probably could potentially just cap out around there. So that's why around 7:43 or whatever it was, I decided, that's my last trade. This thing is probably going to go south. And of course, look at this. It, gets up to 780 and just rips. Boosh! Rips all the way up. Look at that candle. That's incredible. That's awesome. Now it's in a halt right now at 865. Hindsight is a bitch. I look at this and go, oh, should I held? But that's not the reality of trading. Like you can't, you know, it's just gonna happen. There's gonna be times you wish you would have held and times you wish you would have sold, but you just gotta trade for the moment you're in and how things are going. And right here, I just thought it looked like it was gonna curl back down. It didn't. That's awesome for the stock, especially if you were holding. So let me know in the comments if you made some money on UONE today, because this really didn't get going until the end of the day. You know, didn't even have much movement in it. It did have a little spike earlier in the day, but it didn't even start moving until, look at this, like 1:30 in the afternoon. So a long time to wait for some momentum to kick in, but hey, it's there and it's ripping, it's going, it's up 100% right now. And look at this thing. Got into its halt. Now it might go real high, because look at this chart. Yeah, this yearly chart again. This thing, if you scroll back enough, back in 2020 and June here, I mean, this thing just was a monster and went up to $54. So that's great for looking at that and like kind of looking at the possibility of a stock. Now, of course, sometimes there has to be news or some kind of catalyst, but looking at this thing, it's like, well, it does have potential. But I did see this resistance point back in September 25th, 2020, and saw that resistance. So who knows where it'll go, but you know, as a day trader, you just got to trade what you're in, trade in the moment, and do the best you can. So enough on that stock. Let's get back to the chart, my graphs here. Up 298 on the day. Could have been a lot more. Once again, hindsight. The good thing is I'm green on the day. It was just very frustrating because I grinded all day long. So it is what it is. Let's look at the calendar. This puts me at my third green day on the month. And while that's great, in the past, I have shown to have some detrimental red days that come in the month. And I usually have these great green streaks to start a month and then somehow find myself digging some big red holes that just take so much of my profits. So I keep telling myself this, but I gotta be conscious of that, and I just gotta take a lot of risk off the table and try to avoid those big red days. I don't mind a little small red day, that'd be fine, but the big red ones is what you gotta try to avoid. So let's look at, I want to show you my stats for today. So my accuracy today was 84%, pretty good. Losers was 16%. So that's great stats right there. However, the problem is with my trading is my winners, like on average right here, I was making $10 per trade. And on my losers, I was making negative $42 per trade. So do the math there. That's not great. The accuracy is awesome, but it's that it's how small the winners are and how big the losers are that really, you know, screws up bigger potentials there. So anyways, that's where we stand. I will show you the trading vlog journey thus far. I'm still in the hole big time from last month. Go back and make sure to look at my December 31st trade. I basically blew up my account and had my worst red day ever. It was a big amount for me, and it dropped me all the way down to negative 4,328. So I have been slowly trying to work myself out of that hole now, and I'm doing it, but I gotta make bigger green days. These small green days aren't doing much for me. So right now I'm sitting in negative overall, negative 2,973 for the trading vlog here, and that's where I sit. So, you know, if I practice some diligence and some discipline and everything else and stay focused, I think I could dig out of it and get green. Yeah, just got to focus and make sure those red days do not kill me. So anyways, I'm going to leave it there for you guys. Hope you're doing good. Hope you were green today. Please leave in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to know what you traded today and how much you're up or down. So let's do that, and we'll catch you tomorrow on Thursday. So take care.